What's the difference between weather and climate? Well, you can't weather a tree. You can climb it. Okay, so let's look at the real difference between climate and weather. First, weather. You probably know that weather has something to do with if it is hot or cold outside, which it does, but other factors do make up weather. These other factors include temperature, humidity, wind speed, and wind direction. So when we are talking about weather, we are talking about the condition of the air or atmosphere in a certain place. Weather changes all the time. That's why we have weather forecast, to help us predict what the weather is going to be tomorrow or days ahead. So while weather refers to an area's air condition, minute to minute or day to day, climate has its own different meaning. When we're talking about climate, we are talking about an area's air or atmosphere condition over a long period of time. Let's use Uluru for example. Uluru is a sacred Aboriginal site located in Central Australia. Uluru receives around 30 centimetres of rain each year, which is not very much at all. But let's pretend we visit Uluru for one day out of the year and it is raining. We can say that the weather at Uluru that day is wet. But one day is not enough for us to determine Uluru's overall climate. If we spent a whole year at Uluru, we would see that it doesn't rain much at all. And then we could determine that Uluru in fact has a dry climate. So if Uluru has a dry climate, does that mean all of Australia has a dry climate too? No. In fact, Australia is a continent that experiences a variety of climates due to its size and location in the world. Part of Australia is in a tropical climate zone, while the other part is in a temperate climate zone. Okay, wait, stop. Temperate climate zone and tropical climate zone? What are we talking about here exactly? Well, because climates are so different across the world, we put sections of the Earth into specific climate zones. So as we can see on the map, Australia sits between the tropical and temperate zones, showing us that Australia does in fact have different climates across the country. Within the tropical zone, Australia has features such as the Daintree rainforests in North Queensland. While in the temperate zone, weather and environmental features vary significantly, depending on the distance from the coastline and mountain ranges. Okay, so let's go over what we've spoken about today. First with weather. We spoke about how weather is the condition of the air or atmosphere from minute to minute. We can use words such as sunny, rainy, snowy or windy to describe an area's weather. We spoke about today how climate is the condition of the air or atmosphere in a specific area over a long period of time. Words such as hot, wet, cold and dry can be used to describe an area's climate. So, when we look at an area's weather over a long period of time, we make up what that area's climate is. Tune into my next video to talk more about the features that make up weather. In the meantime, get out, stay active and enjoy the great weather